Hello and welcome to the latest edition of The Exchange, brought to you by the New York Stock Exchange. I'm Douglas Jonas, your host. I'm joined today by Simeon Hyman. He is the Global Investment Strategist for ProShares. As a reminder, today's episode is for informational purposes only. The NYSE does not recommend investments or investment strategies. Now, Simeon, we're live on the floor. We're getting closer and closer to Black Friday. I want you to talk to us a little bit about your ETF, ONLN, and how the mix of brick and mortar companies is sort of playing itself out now against online strategies.
ONLN is our online retail ETF, and right now we think it's actually a pretty good opportunity to consider it, and it's really because that reopening trade has benefited the old brick and mortar stores perhaps just a little bit too much. You know, if you look at the valuation of brick and mortar retailers compared to online retailers, the brick and mortar guys are trading twice as expensive as they were before the pandemic, not the depths of the lockdown, but before the pandemic. And if you just look last month at the retail sales report, the US Census Bureau does it, I don't know why. Online sales grew twice as fast as brick and mortar sales. So that trend is still there. The reopening trade went a little too far, so we think a real opportunity to invest in online retail.
Now, of course, many of the brick and mortar companies themselves, though, and we're seeing it, right, they're listed here at the New York Stock Exchange, they're now getting into online business sales as well.
They are. And one day, and maybe it's 5 or 10 or 15 years from now, the back half of every Walmart and Target is going to be the last mile delivery with the drones coming in. We're not there yet. It is still a game for the born online players. Take a look at some of the results from Walmart and Target. They're having margin pressures. They've been having it for years, trying to compete with Amazon and other key born online retailers. So there's still a real window here for the online retailers who are really born to do that to excel.
Now, of course, ONLN, the ETF, it does have a global strategy behind it. So tell us, we're seeing headlines about China. How should we kind of play that all out in our heads when we're looking at the ETF?
Look, the China regulatory crackdown, if you will, has had a big impact. But as you look today, it looks there's a strong case to be made for that being priced into those Chinese online retailers. So online retail itself trades at about a 50% discount to the consumer discretionary sector of the S&P 500. The online retailers in China, that sleeve in ONLN, they're trading at 20 cents on the dollar. Is it a problem? Yes, but it's now at a discount of over 80%.
So we're talking online shopping, we're heading into Black Friday. Of course, a lot of eyes on Amazon. Are there other companies that investors should be thinking about in their portfolio beyond Amazon?
There are, for sure, and they're in ONLN. So, 2 generations ago, Walmart didn't put every brick and mortar store out of business. Amazon isn't going to put every online retailer out of business. It's niche players, category killers. I'll give you a fun one. There's been an IPO this year, Figs. It's all medical apparel, scrubs. That's all they do. They've got proprietary fabric. Keep an eye on it. Other interesting stories, Etsy. They sold so many masks in the pandemic that they now report non-GAAP results ex-mask, so you can compare it. By the way, ex-mask, their sales were up 17% last quarter. One more to keep an eye on, Mercado Libre. I hope my pronunciation was okay. Yeah, it's more than the Amazon of Latin and South America. They have an entire pay business in an underbanked market. So there's a real opportunity there. Their sales may go up substantially this year. So there are several other key players beyond Amazon, ONLN.
Lots happening in the online shopping space. Now, a reminder, if you caught this episode live and you're looking for other ETF educational content, you can go to our website, homeofetfs.com. That's homeofetfs.com. Live from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, the home of ETFs.